Hey guys, I'm Joshua Vidovic from Vidovic Arts, and today marks, sadly, the last video for Orktober this year. Now, fortunately, I have decided to work on Orktober yearly, so next October, you can expect another Orktober. Now, that's a bit of a tongue twister, but today's video, we've got the biggest and the baddest. He's an orc war boss, and he's pretty freaking huge, and I absolutely adore him. Now, another thing I have to add, Orktober technically isn't over yet because I intend to make a few models that you guys have requested, and I still haven't worked on that artillery cannon that I said I would work on. So those models are going to be available on, we're going to have some orc guys with choppers and stuff, they're going to be on Thingiverse, but the tank and a few other models are going to be available on Patreon for those exclusive members. And I thank you so much, you guys. Over this Orktober, I have had so many people joining Patreon, and you guys are just amazing. You're making me feel like somebody. So thank you very much. Anyway, let's get into the make of this awesome big boy himself. So let's go check it out. So this big boy, well, he's pretty big, and I actually had to stretch out his body to make him big. So he's not sculpted on the inside, he's just literally stretched out, and it's quite hilarious. So if I was to take off the armor and print him, he would look a little abnormal. Now, I do kind of want to work on a version for fantasy, because I think it would be really cool to have a model that's just for fantasy, for a war boss, and he's really huge. So if we compare the scale of these two guys, this is one of the Flash Gits. He's pretty damn huge, and I thought this Flash Gits was huge at the time. But yeah, we went above and beyond what I was planning. Now, I had a lot of requests and recommendations as to what I should do for the war boss. I even had someone say that he should have a jump pack, which is absolutely ridiculous. I had people saying that they would like to see a war boss with like a long distance weapon, which I think is awesome. And other people said, you know, put something like a turret on the top with a gobbo. And I have done that. I have put a gobbo on the top. But for the long distance, I decided I would stay with the little bit of a German theme, and I went for like a short, snub-nosed Flak 88, and it's got a belt. So it's a fully automatic anti-tank, anti-air gun, which is so stupid that I absolutely love it. It is one of the dumbest ideas I've had. And it's fantastic. And he's also got the claw, the power claw, and of course the gobbo on the top, which is, well, probably for anti-infantry. This guy kind of covers everything. He's got the anti-air, anti-tank, close quarters, and anti-infantry on the top. And like he could just fall on someone and kill them immediately. Now, as the model progressed, I decided to add in the 2 layers of the jaws. You've got one of the killer can engines on the back, and there's a whole bunch of different power. I don't even know how it works. It's just pistons and stuff, and it works because it's an orc-based technological machine, which is how it works in the universe, isn't it? It's pretty much if an orc can put something together and imagine it will work, it will work. So this guy is completely functional somehow, even though the pistons are kind of I really don't know how this guy works, but it works. Trust me, he's an orc. Now, one of the big problems I had with this model was when it came time to print him. He took around 12 to 15 hours to print in total, and that includes separating the claw and the cannon, because I decided to print those separately just to have a more successful print. But even with those separated, I had a problem with the ammunition belt. Not the belt itself, but the actual little case that the bullets come from. The printer did not print that properly, and that really worried me. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. At first, when I watched the print happen, I thought the belt was screwed up and my entire print had gone to waste. But I decided to carry on, and I thought I could run a small tutorial right here and now. So, if your print screws up, and I've had a lot of prints screw up, in fact I had an entire Flash Gits team screw up, you can actually fix those prints with a little bit of handiwork called sculpting. Now, this isn't really something that a lot of people who do 3D printing are interested in. I understand that. They just want to print it and paint it and get it out there. but if you want to go the extra legwork, you can save some prints from their doom. And this is how you do it. So I use Epoxy Sculpt, which is a 2-part modeling clay. You mix the 2 compounds together. It's kind of like green stuff. And yeah, once you let it sit over time, it becomes as stiff as a rock. So it's really fun to model with and sculpt with, and I've done a whole bunch of videos in the past with it. But for this time, I decided to use it just to do a really quick cleanup job and try to make something from this massive hole in the model. And it kind of came out pretty good. I'm happy with the end results. I think it could have been better if I spent a little bit more time on it. You've got around 2 hours for the stuff to set, and I usually try to get it done in the first hour, which is like a lot of work, especially when you're working on a full-scale model. But with this, I had such a small amount of space, and I didn't really know what to do with the rest of it, so I made some tubes and stuff on the back of him, and yeah, we've fixed it. You can't really notice it if I go full screen. You can't really see, but it's right here. Now, at the bottom there, that's completely all broken, but you can't really tell. And these tubes kind of distract you, and they give you a little bit more to look at. I'm hoping. I'm telling you what the problem is. It definitely makes it obvious, but for now, I'm really happy with that. Hopefully, if you guys do have that problem, if some of you print that and that's not coming out properly, please let me know and I'll do my best to fix it. I don't know how I'll do it. I might have to build a support that goes all the way up from the bottom, and hopefully that works. But yeah, let me know if that does happen. It shouldn't. I'm pretty sure it was just my printer being a bit dodgy, but yeah, let me know. Now, as always, we have to paint these guys, and I painted it with that flat matte black spray can, which I always use. It's been the same spray can that I've used for this entire Orktober, so 1 can is pretty damn useful. And from there we went on to the Citadel paints, and we painted this guy, just like every other model that we've done this month. So I've got the theme of red with the white and black checkers that kind of go around the model randomly, and I really like that look. It's just a really orky looking look, and yeah, I'm really happy with the end result of how this came out. Now, I used the Nuln oil again. I've used it on all the mechanical parts of every Orktober tank or killer can that I've made so far, and it gives it this really dirty, oily look, and I think it works really well for the models, especially because they're like really crudely made, and I expect them to actually function. They would have to slap like really disgusting oil on top of it just so things can move and not rust. But you're more than welcome to paint up versions that are rusted, because that would be just as awesome. But yeah, I like that oily look. So I also did the texturing on the base. Now, it's not complete. I kind of want to add a little bit more here. I want to add some stones and some grass, but I have to go and make the grass because I've run out. But for now, he's just got that stony base. And yeah, here he is. He's nice and pretty. Some of you guys said they wanted an WAAAGHBOSS as big as a killer can. This is the killer can. He's not completely painted up. They're about the same size. If you can see here, they're about the same size here. He's a little bit bigger, but the one thing that tops him off is this guy on the top. And I actually designed this guy before I'd even made the turret piece to have a turret option on the top. So I printed him up, painted him, and then I spent some time working on this guy, and yeah, it's just freaking awesome. Look at it. It's just a little turret that sits on the top, and for the guys out there who can create their own models, you're more than welcome to change this around, and you can be a little creative with it. Or you could actually take this and put it on another model. So you could put it on, i.e. the top of this killer can, and you've got a little turreted dude on the top. As always, I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. I'm really excited to see what you guys paint, and I'm also really wanting to push what you guys have painted onto my channel. I want to share it with everyone. So if you have been painting and making these guys, I would really like you guys to head over to Instagram and use the hashtag WAAAGHBOSS, and I will be looking at everyone's artworks and paint jobs and adding it to a little collage, we'll call it, of a YouTube video, so we can enjoy all the work. and I will be closing those entries sometime through November, just so I can actually make the video and have it somewhat close to Orktober. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what everyone has been doing over the past month. I want to see your models, I want to see everything. I really love seeing your paint jobs, they're blowing me away. And yeah, that's pretty much all we have for this model. I hope you guys like it, I hope you guys have enjoyed Orktober. When it comes to the next couple months ahead, what are we going to be working on? We've got some Lord of the Rings concepts that I want to work on, and that's kind of it at the moment. We're definitely going to be going back to Skaven eventually, or the Rat Men, just so you guys know. I don't want to get in trouble on that one. But we will be going back to those models, and I would like to possibly pitch something to you guys. For everyone that's watching this far, you are definitely the loyal people who I love, and this is for you. So if you have any kind of creative bone in you, but you can't actually like use 3D programs or anything like that, this is for you guys. I want to have a little art competition where you draw your character. It can be literally anything at all, and we'll pick the winner, and I will model it for you, and you'll be able to print it, and I'll print it, and I'll paint it up and all that stuff, and that'll be it. That'll be the competition. And I was thinking this could be a really fun thing to do every so often, but I want to know how I can go about doing it. Now, I do have a Discord server which is not open to the public yet, but would you guys want to use? Are you guys able to use Discord? Do you use it at the moment? Is that a good way to be able to post your drawings if you guys are to enter? Let me know in the comments section below what I can do to make this a possibility. Now, I will be making another video about this, a proper announcement, because I don't think a lot of people will watch to this part, but you have, so you can share it with some mates who you think might be able to draw some really cool characters, and I will be able to see them. Yeah. Anyways, don't forget about posting those on Instagram using the hashtag #VidivicArts, and I will be looking through all of them. I'll be using all of the painted models, which will be in the next Orktober video, which I keep calling a collage, and I think it is. It's a collage of everyone's work for these models, and I'm super excited to see it. So definitely get sharing out there, and as always guys, stay awesome. See ya.